Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SportsPoint. My name is Frankie Breit. Thanks so much for being here on another Wednesday morning. So much to talk about, as usual. And, of course, as always, I'm joined by Liam Statz and Brody Kupsky. Welcome back to the show, guys. Brewers Guru's got his water bottle. Liam, I'm not seeing yours. Oops, I made a noise.
It's in the wash today.
It's in the washing machine. Gonna go in the dryer
No, not
next?
in the washing machine
Okay,
because
all right.
otherwise it'll melt.
Dishwasher.
That's what it said. No, not even the dishwasher.
Not even the dishwasher.
It said it'll melt. Did you not read
Did
the
you not
thing?
read the instructions
Is it not
that came
dishwasher
with it?
safe? I didn't know
No.
that. Well, good thing I haven't used mine in the dishwasher yet. And, of course, just coming off a WIAC championship win, Alex Proctor's joining us on the show. Welcome back, Alex. Woo! Thank you for being here. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Now, as you know, we drink point soda on this show. Alex, I think, down to root beer in like 2 minutes.
Yes.
And now you're going to jump into another one?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. All right.
That guy was thirsty.
We'll get to the game. We'll talk about that WIAC championship win here with Alex in a few moments. But let's start with our first segment of the day, Crowning Champions, where we'll highlight one thing from the sports world. And I'll go first, guys. LeBron James, the king, the first one in the world in the NBA to hit 40,000 career points. What a career. He's 39 now. Who knows how much he has left in his career. But earlier this year, he set the all-scoring mark in the NBA. I think it was in February. He hit that mark.
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Yeah, it was
Excuse
last
me, my
year.
mistake. And now 40,000 career points, first ever in NBA history. That's unreal. That guy will continue to write history. If you had to guess.
He's been playing in the NBA for as long as I've been alive.
What, like 2003? Dang.
And he did not go to college. He got drafted straight out of high
Exactly.
school.
Yep. No, there's always that meme too where he's like at some live event holding like a flip phone camera. Like, this is how long LeBron's been here.
Yep.
Well, it's funny because when his son Bronny made his first career points in college basketball, they said he's officially surpassed LeBron James for
College points.
in college.
Wasn't hard to do. 39. Do you think he plays past 40?
I do.
I
Yeah?
think he plays past 40 just to play with his son, maybe for a year or two.
Imagine that.
I feel like he's going to be like Yarmir Yager, where he just plays
Just
basketball
continues
for
to play.
Do you think the
55.
NBA just will respectfully let Bronny get to the Lakers?
No.
Or do you
Yeah.
think LeBron will find Bronny?
It's going to be like Giannis to Thanasis and be like,
Okay.
you have to grab him, otherwise I'm not going to play for your team.
Right,
anymore.
right. No, that makes sense. So shout out LeBron James. Is Bronny, he's even playing for college, not the G League, right? Or is
Freshman
he?
in college at USC.
Okay, gotcha. He's not playing G League at all then.
Not
Well,
yet.
I mean, he's in college.
Right. But you can play G League in college.
Can you?
I
don't
don't think
know.
you can. It's
Or
like
do you
a-
have to pick between the two?
It's like a minor league. It's
I
like
hear you.
Yeah.
because if you play for the G League, it's technically you're now a professional athlete. You lose your amateur status.
I hear you. All right, Liam, what do you got for this week?
Well, I have also keeping with basketball, and this is brought to you by Reese Kupsky. Reese Kupsky mentioned, by the way, we were talking about it earlier, UW Stout women's basketball, one of the few WIAC teams that made it to the NCAA tournament for winning 2 of their games so far. They're going to go into the third round and face on number 2 Transylvania in Whitewater in that regional. Yeah, so congratulations to them.
28-0 Transylvania University is. So
number
Reese
2.
Cupsy's got to be happy about that.
Number 2.
he is very happy. He was showing me the score on Saturday of their game against whatever college out west.
Some random college.
They
Yeah.
blew them out, so they looked really good.
And I think we all stuck with basketball. Brody, what do you got?
Caitlin Clark.
Huge.
Iowa guard, very fantastic player. She passed the all-time NCAA scoring record for both men's and women's. She passed the women's a couple weeks ago, but she passed the men's this past weekend, who was set by Pistol Pete Maravich back in the
great name.
60s and 70s.
God rest his soul.
Phenomenal player, so great in fact that tickets for the Indiana Fever WNBA team shot up by double the price for next season.
Wow.
And
She hasn't even been drafted yet.
yeah,
Right.
she hasn't been drafted, but Indiana holds the first pick in the WNBA draft. And, I mean, how can you not pick her first?
Right. Yeah, exactly. On the topic of WNBA, I applied to be the voice of the Minnesota Lynx.
True, actually.
I applied.
That's
I'm not
nice.
going to get it.
That's
you
awesome.
never
But
know.
I applied.
You never know.
That's awesome.
You always got to look for those jobs.
Yes.
Taking steps up in the world.
Absolutely.
We'll keep trying. Well, that was the Crowning Champion segment. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moving on, the 3-Point Tri-Campus Roundup, where we highlight one aspect of campus sports. And as always, this segment is sponsored by Point Brewery, specifically Point Premium Soda. And it is March now, gentlemen, so we have a new flavor of the month. That flavor of the month being Concord Grape. Now, I believe this is a limited time soda. I'm not sure. The box it came in was limited time.
It's always out.
It's always out. All right,
because
Concord
it's so
Grape.
good, and that's why it's my favorite.
Exactly. So I thought springtime, it's March. Easter's coming up. I think it's April, though, isn't it?
March 31st.
March 31st. Okay, it's the month of Easter. Grape. I just thought of, maybe kind of fits, so we're going with grape. Grape is a handcrafted spin on a classic soda flavor made with 100% real sugar. Point Premium Concord Grape takes the purple goodness of your favorite jams and popsicles and adds it the right amount of carbonation to make it a pop. Pop or soda? What do you guys say usually?
Soda.
Thank you.
Pop is
Alex?
a dying term.
It is. I know
Minnesota's
Minnesota's big on it, though.
I know.
So like northern
it used to be
Wisconsin as well.
huge Midwest thing, and it's dying. It's a dying
Let's
term.
pop these open, Liam.
That's bad. You should
Twist
feel
it
that.
off.
I hate you for
got
that.
This, Brody?
Nope.
You got this, Brody?
Never going to get it.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me try. I want to see if it's you or if it's actually the bottle.
Maybe it is the way I open it.
Oh, wow,
No,
that's
his
delicious.
bottle is actually
Oh, yeah?
harder. Yeah, genuinely. What do you do? Why do you?
What do you do to-
Yeah, what
I
do
don't
you do?
know. I don't know. Have you had grape, Alex? Is this your first time? This is my first time. I like this. This is nice.
It's my
see what's my
second or third
Yeah,
time.
it is,
having
it is
grape.
good.
That is really nice. I don't have a lot of grape soda, so this is good for me.
Smooth. I like
And we've
that.
got it for a month, so we'll be enjoying this one here in the studio. But let's head right into our campus segment, the 3-Point Tri-Campus Roundup. And we'll talk about hockey, Alex. We're going to get to that with Liam because I think it's going to be one of the most fun segments we've ever had on the show, especially after a championship win. So we'll start with indoor track and field. Congrats to the 5 student athletes who qualified for the NCAA national competition for indoor track and field. That would be Brad Brewer, Logan Lutz, Derek Penskover for the distance medley relay, and Braden Gills for distance medley relay and the 800 meter. And finally, Rachel Krause for the 5,000 meter. These students will travel to Virginia Beach later this week with the competition beginning Friday, March 8th. So later this week. Yeah, congratulations to them. Best of luck to those 5 students. Can't wait to see how you do at the national level. Brody, what do you have?
I have baseball and softball. Baseball played North Central College and Spalding University. Those are both one of them's in Kentucky. They played them last Saturday and played number 10 Denison University on Sunday. All 3 games were played in Louisville, Kentucky this past weekend. In the North Central College game, they lost 4-3. Trent Van Ness with a 2-for-4 day with 1 run. In the Spalding University game, they lost 9-0. Trent Van Ness also had a good game going 3-for-4. And then yesterday's game against Denison University, they lost 10-9 in 9 innings. They typically play 7 innings. Matt Bauman, 3-for-6 with 2 runs. The team is currently 0-3, and they do not.
Heartbreakers though, right? Like they're by like 2
besides
or
the
3 points.
9-0 game that they lost.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean it's close games between them, and obviously it's early in the season, so could definitely change. But they do not play a game till they go down to Florida for spring break in a couple weeks. So best of luck to them by then. And then softball, they played WLC or Wisconsin Lutheran College in a home doubleheader last Friday. The first game, 8-0. Jesse Clicker and Sarah Traxel, both 3-for-4. Ellie Matsky, 4 innings with only 2 hits and 2 Ks. And then the second game, also 8-0. Morgan Harwood with 4 innings with no runs, only 2 hits and 7 Ks. In both games, though, Ashley Saigoski, 4 innings, 8 Ks, 3 walks, no runs, and 1 save between those 2 games. They're currently 6-0. They had played 4 games a couple weeks ago.
They played a doubleheader here at home, right?
That's what I'm just talking about, Liam.
I'm sorry.
Pay attention, dude.
I'm sorry.
Their next games are this upcoming weekend at Millikan University on Saturday and Sunday. They play Millikan University on Saturday, Grinnell College on Sunday, and then DePaul University on both Saturday and Sunday.
DePaul and DePaul, 1 letter different.
Yeah,
They're
DePaul.
2 colleges. DePaul. It's a fun word. Thank you, Brody, so much for that baseball and softball roundup. Liam, what a weekend it's been for the men's hockey team. Let's get into it, and let's bring Alex into the conversation.
Absolutely. Well, in their 10th straight appearance, the Pointers take home the Commissioner's Cup for the 2nd straight year.
Yes,
This
sir.
is the first year that Alex Proctor was the starting goaltender, so this is
Go,
his
Alex.
first Commissioner's Cup win. Congratulations to Alex. They now lead the WIAC for the most chip wins of all time at 5. Second place, Eau Claire,
And how long has it been around?
2013.
2013, so that's 11 years.
Yes, this
so
is
that's
the 11.
darn near 50% dominating this conference.
Yes.
That is insane.
So, and Eau Claire's got 4, and then Superior and River Falls with 1 apiece. Stout and Northland have never made an appearance. They've never made it to the.
There's always next year.
There's always next year.
Always next year.
Some highlights from the game. Sean Bunting with 2 goals. Good for him. Chasing the third one, didn't get it. Alex Proctor with 41 saves and an assist straight up the middle to Sean Bunting in stride. An amazing assist from him.
Let's talk about that one. Alex, I texted you right after the game. I said, game of your life, man. And obviously I haven't seen you play a lot of your life, but in my lifetime watching you, that was the best game I've ever seen you play. 41 saves and an assist. What did you see on that play when you sent that puck down the ice?
Well, I felt like we were getting a lot of whistles, kind of throughout the game, especially on our end of the rink. And I was like, I don't want another face-off coming down, and on me. So I quickly looked up as the puck came towards me. I saw Fletcher at the blue line, and I kind of saw Bunting behind him. But I was like, if I get it to Fletcher, get it out of the zone, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I believe Bunting yelled at Fletcher to let it go, and it made its way over to him. And next thing you know, we're on a breakaway, and he's gonna put it home.
Never a doubt.
No,
We were flipping out on commentary.
Well, it was the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's very rare you see like a straight goalie assist like that. Where usually it's off their pad or off the wall or something like that.
Credit to Bunting, too. He kind of just snuck behind everybody and was just standing there like, hey, I'm wide open. Here we go.
Yeah, no, my first instinct was, hey, Fletcher's not in the zone. I would like to get it to him. But then once it kind of went past him, I was like, well, Bunting's kind of behind everyone, like you said, Brody. So
I didn't think it had enough power behind it to get there, but it did. I mean, it just snuck through everybody. It got there.
Yeah, Guchar let 5 in. So you guys won 5-1.
Speaking of which, do you feel like they should have pulled Max after the
We were
first
talking about
period?
that too.
Yeah,
it's tough.
it is tough.
I'm like I said before, I'm friends with both Guchar and Langford, the other goalie on Eau Claire, and it's a hard position. And I think the fans here, it's so hard to play in front of, as being the opposing goalie.
And I can tell you about that. Like, Guchar, besides one game here in Stevens Point, he's let up at least 5 goals per game. It's insane.
Yeah, and no discredit to Max.
No,
'Cause like I said, we're really good buddies. It's just
didn't have it that night.
It's just how it is. That's how the game's played.
Yeah,
So,
and it was a student section that was as loud as we've ever heard it.
Well,
you know.
1,800. I mean, it was
1,800
filled
sold
out.
out KB Willett Arena. What did that do for your team's confidence, for your confidence personally, and your energy level throughout the night?
Yeah, well, I mean, all of us know, right? I love playing in front of the Willett.
Right.
So, seeing the Instagram post first and, seeing that it's going to be sold out, it gets the heart jumping a little bit, especially you come out for warm-ups and the place is already almost full. Like, usually we come out for warm-ups, it's, I'd say 75% at capacity.
Starting to fill in.
Yeah, exactly. It's filling in. But as I'm getting off the ice for warm-ups, I give it one last look, and I don't think I saw a seat that wasn't being sat in. So
Yeah, I mean, there were people, struggling to find their seat because it's all bench seating. There's not a single seat or stadium seating, but people are asking, okay, where's my seat? To the security guards around, they're like, wow, we're that full. We have to find specific seats right now.
A lot of the students like to cheat over to the student section.
No, I know. That's true as
Yeah.
well. I respect it. Alex, 41 saves, some of the best we've ever seen you make. You had one off the toe. Let's break that one down. Did you recall it? We were talking about a pre-show. Did you eventually find it?
In the second period?
Yes.
It was in the second period?
Yeah.
I didn't end up finding it.
It happened right in front of us.
Right,
Like,
because it was one of the coolest saves I've ever seen you make. Liam, if you want to break it down. And
So it was, I think, post the one that they got on you. And it was going to be another one like that where you had to come across in motion to make that save. But I think that it bounced off somebody and kicked out. And so you had to make an adjustment for
and
it.
I pushed over to my right.
Yes, and you got it off of your toe
Yeah,
and
and I
pushed it
don't know if like many people saw it.
It
was kind. It happened very quickly.
You actually,
Yeah, he
Frankie
saw it.
actually didn't see it. I
Yeah,
saw it.
no,
and I'm
it
sitting there
happened-
going like, holy crap, what did we just witness? And Frankie's like, and it kicks to the corner. I'm like, Frankie, what are you talking about?
No. I actually now that you kind of played it out for me, I do remember it did get broken up a little bit, and I kind of saw it land on the Eau Claire player's stick. I can't recall who it was, but I was like, oh God. And I made an awkward push. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a square push like I normally make. So,
Well, it was a really quick adjustment.
Exactly.
Like, it's like,
No,
this
but-
is going to be a bad shot. It's going to come at me.
No, but I mean, he got it on net. So I'll give that to him. But, I was just a little quicker. So.
Yeah, that was an incredible save. Do any others stick out to you from that night?
The one off the wall in the third period, I think that one was a little wild, and then maybe the one in the first period, right at the beginning of the game, 2-on-1, pass it across.
Yeah.
I think those are the two that.
Last time you were talking about how they were taking bad bounces off the.
I was just going to ask that. Did you check the walls?
I'm telling you, the whole week during practice, it's kicking out a little further than normal.
And there was one in the game where we mentioned it too. Like you were talking about it, and one kicked out in a really strange way too.
It came off right in front of you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, don't let that be a goal, please.
One thing I've been thinking about over the past few days is just maybe the weather. How it's been getting a little warmer.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's fair to say.
the rink, like the boards in the rink, are giving off the bounces because of the weather. I mean, could be a long shot, but
I'm no science guy.
Yeah,
so I'm
exactly.
not
I'm
going to
not.
contest what you just
yeah, I have no clue. But something's changed because they weren't kicking out like that before. So.
And a 5-1 victory, and you said like that save you made in the first period. I mean, you were such a tone setter for this game, and to go up 2-0 so quickly. What kind of start? What does that start give you as a goaltender for the rest of the game?
Yeah, so before we get into the game aspect of it, I sit in the athletic training room before the game, in between each intermission, and I looked at our AT Anna, and I said, man, I hate the beginning of hockey games because it starts out 0-0. And we come out, our first shift, we're flying. Sadly, we get the penalty. We're in the Willett.
Yeah, it was a big one too.
We're gonna kill it off, right?
Yeah.
So we kill it off. Immediately get the first one. We haven't even finished the chance. The student section hasn't finished the chance yet, and we score the second one. And I'm like, well, this looks a lot like that first River Falls game.
Yeah,
And I was like,
fair.
yeah. So still on your toes quite a bit.
Yeah, always.
But I mean, it definitely does take a lot of the pressure off when you get up 2-0 early in such a big game like that. So, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, and it was clear as day, very evident. You guys fed off of it well. Brody, you got a question?
I've always wondered this because when you came here last year as a freshman, you had a specific number that just didn't it kind of caught my eye because I'm like, this feels weird seeing a number like this just on a on a hockey player. 72. What's the meaning behind that?
So, not my freshman year, but the year before me, there was a goalie, and his name is, I don't know if you guys know, but it was Mattiacci.
But he never actually committed. Well, he committed.
He was here.
He was here?
He was here, and stuff just didn't work out for him here, and so he was the one who picked 72. So when I came to school last year, there was Matthias took
32.
Yeah,
30
32.
something.
And the other option was 72, and I was like, I always wore 80 if I had a choice.
Yeah.
So I was like, 72's cool.
Pretty close
it's different.
to 80.
Yeah, I never wore like a normal goalie number. So I took 72 and kind of ran with it, and now I don't think I could see myself wearing anything else.
You can't change it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no, I'd like to continue to wear 72 as long as I can.
Yeah.
So.
Weren't you telling us about Evan Junker, number 3, coming into play with some number 2? Break
yeah,
that one down.
yeah,
I couldn't remember how you said it.
So me and Junker played against each other when Junker was on the Fairbanks Ice Dogs in the
got
North
one
American
on you.
League.
Right.
And I played on Springfield. We played at 3 o'clock. Okay.
Yep.
Their team had 76 shots on me in the game.
Yeah.
And I made 72 saves
Yep.
in that game. So we played at 3. I made 72 saves.
And now he's number 3 and number 72.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Hockey
It's a
team.
little odd because it was just
That's
like a
very-
random game in the middle of the day.
Crazy.
He
How that
ended
can
up
stuff-
scoring on me too.
Yeah,
the same game.
Seen that one, yeah.
See, it's like that's like the weird things. Like even in the Super Bowl, like Patrick Mahomes threw for the same amount of yards as the address of the stadium.
Yeah.
It's like how does that stuff always just happen to
works
work
out like that. Man.
So obviously, go ahead, Liam.
We got to get through the rest of this.
We will. I
this
want to.
thing.
Yeah.
One last
so
question.
One last question. What was that locker room celebration like? What'd you guys do that night? How was it?
Yeah, I mean, we were happy. Like,
Come on, bro.
No, we were just a little bit happy, not like
no,
super
we
hyped
were,
or anything.
You know, we're excited, but like ever since I started coming on the show, we've always talked about there's something bigger. We know that's just another step, right? Like
You've only got to win 4 games.
Yeah, we got this. We got the first step done, and now we're gonna play in Adrian this week, and this is the start of the next season.
Yes, sir.
Per se.
Completely new
Yes,
season.
sir. Yep. You guys won the championship. So first round, automatic bid in the NCAA tournament, which Liam will break down right now.
Yes, so they will play in the first round. Felt like we had the resume for a first round bye with everything that we accomplished this season.
And everything that happened
That
during
was
the
the
weekend.
talk of the town in the booth too.
Because Plattsburgh and Adrian lost their
Yeah.
championships, we really felt like we were going to get a higher seed. That's fine. At least we're in. It'll be this Saturday, March 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central against Adrian College. Adrian College and Point have a long history of playing each other in the NCAA postseason. In 2016, we defeated Adrian to win our 5th national championship. I think Tyler Krieger was the assistant coach on that one. Yeah, it'll be a grudge match from last year's exit because that's where we ended our run. In overtime at Adrian, went down 2 penalties, and they had 5-on-3 on us, and just not enough to overcome. Adrian TV will be broadcasting to the YouTube channel. That's where we're going to see it. We probably aren't going to be able to make it out there for that one.
You never know. Never say
Never
never.
know. Never say never. But shout out to Adrian. I don't know if you've seen them. They are a student-run organization, just like we are. They have a wonderful broadcast. I mean, they have a very good opportunity there. So shout out to them. The committee absolutely shanked us. Just going to say that. There's no reason why we go to play Adrian at their home ice when they lose their conference chip and have to be a vote-in. I feel like there should have, and I understand that they have the resume to be it, but they did not win their conference championship. There is absolutely no reason why they don't get punished for anything, and we have, like, to them, they just lost another regular season game, basically.
Yep.
There's no reason why we go to play them. And I felt like that was bad, and I looked it up, and there's a rule. It is called the 500-mile rule, and it only exists because the NCAA doesn't want to fly people out. They don't want to pay for having to get travel because after over 500 miles, the NCAA is required to help with that traveling. So they don't want to schedule people closer or farther away because then they're going to have to actually help with that. So I looked, and we're about 493 miles from here to Adrian. So
Let's just
7
try
miles.
to bust in a circle.
Seriously,
maybe?
and I'm sitting there, and it's that you're telling me it's too cheap to fly Adrian here. You're too cheap to just do any of that stuff. And so that brings me to my big point. What are our thoughts on actually having committees in college sports? Because it seems every year they get something wrong, and they play off of their biases rather than logically speaking.
Right. And no, I think it's tough too because like there's obviously going to be pros and cons to everything. But it feels like someone's always going to be the odd man out. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything definitive about it, but it's tough.
It is.
It depends. Like some sports, like you'll see it in F1. Like they have a lot of trouble with their committee, and just some of the stuff they do is very questionable. But you sometimes have to have it just to make sure rules are set right and make the right calls. I mean, they're not always right, but you'll have that.
It always just seems like there's a bias towards an organization. Like Alabama still has bias, and they haven't done anything as of note in like the last 10 years, but they still have bias because it's Alabama. And I feel like there's a lot of bias towards Adrian as well with that. I mean, obviously I'm speaking from the heart as a Pointer fan. Obviously, there could be some logic behind it, but either way, man, this one hurts. And a lot of the Pointer crew and stuff, they're all in agreement, man. We really feel like this
It just
team
hurts
got robbed.
because we expected just a home game for the NCAA tournament. Even if it's just one, we just kind of wanted one here and not have to travel 493 miles over to Adrian.
Still might be a home game. When we beat Adrian,
All right.
we're gonna the chances are good because if St. Olaf beats St. Norbert, there will definitely be a game at Willett if Point beats Adrian.
What are you guys always telling me?
What's that?
You
One
can't make predictions.
game at
Yeah,
a time.
No, you can't make predictions.
I'm not
We can
making a
make
prediction.
predictions.
One
You
game
said
at a
to.
time.
Same thing, though. I mean, you can't make predictions because whatever you make goes wrong, and you know that.
I won't say a word.
And you know that, Frankie.
Well, Alex, going to Adrian, obviously fell to them last year, but what kind of motivation does that bring for this rematch?
There's a lot of motivation
Yeah.
behind it. You know, like we kind of touched on, there's a long history with playing Adrian and Stevens Point in hockey, and you know, there's been bad blood before, and you know,
Very bad blood.
Yeah, and it just makes you want to beat them that much more.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I didn't get the play last year in the game, but you know, I saw the impact it had on our 4 seniors, and it's something I'll never forget. So I'm definitely
That
going
was
to
a
be
goal,
going
man.
out there.
It was a freaking goal, man. That's all I'm
Liam
saying.
is still seeing that image in his head. I know you are.
Over the shoulder, through the pads. He's
I
on the
mean-
red line. It's a goal every time.
Yeah, Alex, can't wait to see what you guys do up there in Michigan. Obviously, like you just said, it's a rematch, and like you said, all that motivation. Best of luck to you guys. Play lights out like you have been. All the faith in the world in you. Let's go get them. Liam, you said what? 4 more games.
Only
and
4
they're-
games.
And they're
That's all it
national
is.
champions. So, building towards something greater. 4 steps to get there, and possibly 1 back here at the Willet. There's always a chance.
Always a
So,
chance.
Liam, you have a bet?
Yeah, we're not quite done with this
around
segment
this
yet.
hockey world here.
So, fellas, I don't know if you've seen. I know that these two remember the last bet that we had on this show. It was a long time ago. It was near the start of the year.
Yeah, it was.
It was when the previous MLB season was still happening.
Uh-huh.
Frankie, why don't you go ahead and remind us what
Well,
happened?
I think I had said what I had meant to say was that if the Brewers clinched this seed in the playoffs, then I win the bet. But I worded it as if they win this game, I'll win the bet. But they lost the game, but still had the same seeding. And the bet was if I lose, I shave my mustache. If he loses, he goes through a table.
Like Bill's Mafia.
Bill's Mafia
Have
table.
you seen
and
what his mustache used to
have
be
you
like?
seen you with a mustache?
Not in person.
It used
Not
to
in
be.
person.
It used to be a really thick, nice mustache.
Just
Like,
look
it was-
up the thumbnails of the first few
so
videos.
I had to, I shave my mustache. Liam has since not gone through a table, which maybe might change with this bet. What's going on?
So, if the Pointers win this weekend,
At
they beat Adrian,
Yeah.
I will get a haircut, clean shave, and wear contacts to our next filming.
You'll be a
And
different man
It will be a
entirely.
completely different person.
Yeah.
Have you seen how long my hair is?
It's
Yeah.
long.
Well, I
Yeah.
can see it from here.
Yeah, and I have it up in a bun right now, but it's very long. I have not cut my hair in 2 years.
Wow. So that's the bet. What? Okay. If
I'm gonna leave this to you, Frankie. What
Oh,
do you think
you're
happens
putting me
to
on
me?
this-
No, what do
on-
you think happens to me
if they lose,
if they lose?
No, if they win.
No, that's what happens if they win.
Oh, you're gonna
If
do
they
that.
win, I
And
will
if
do
they
all that
lose,
stuff. What happens?
Go through table. Could happen.
Could happen.
2 tables.
1 table.
1 table. I was gonna say it's the playoffs. 2 tables. Should we agree to this?
Start getting your hair ready.
Let's go out, bro. That was awesome. Oh my gosh, I just lost everything. That made me so hyped. All right, start getting your hair ready, bro.
That's going on the gram.
It's long enough to donate as
Honestly, I mean, if we think that, I wouldn't mind donating
That'd
it
be
to
awesome.
a charity. Yeah.
well. Speaking of donating, giveaway, charity. Alex Proctor, now friend of the show, we have a fantastic giveaway surprise for a lucky viewer out there here at SportsPoint. Alex, what could they be winning?
I don't know, maybe a piece of equipment,
What?
something, you know, maybe a stick.
Oh,
maybe,
Perhaps it's signed by you, possibly.
it could be signed if that's what you wish.
if you are interested in winning some signed equipment, used game gear, and memorabilia from Alex Proctor, drop a like on this video, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. More details to come on that giveaway. And I think we're going to do a giveaway live on an upcoming event that is also undisclosed. So, lots to look forward to. But if you are interested in this giveaway, please show us your interest, and maybe you'll be heading home with some cool stuff from Alex Proctor. NFL update time. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go over this one pretty quick. NFL Combine was this past week. So some highlights from the combine. 40-yard dash was broken. 4.21 is the new record. 4.22 previously held by John Ross, broken by Xavier Worthy, the wide receiver from Texas. 4.21 and hurt his hip flexor, I believe, while doing so, but now forever in the record books. Alex, if you were to run the 40-yard dash, how fast could you run it?
Not fast.
Me neither.
I'm not a runner.
I'm running in the sixes.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
skated though.
Oh,
yeah. I skate pretty fast. You know, am I in the goalie equipment or am I not? In the
Yeah,
goalie?
well, I mean, you have to be. You know, that's
Well, they don't run in their full pads when
But
they're
it's
doing
still
the
a
40.
300-pound lineman
Okay,
chugging
they're
it down
still
to
not
400
in
thing.
full pads.
He does have a point. They aren't running in their equipment, guys. That's
Okay, on a technicality, you
Yes.
got me there.
Does the NHL do that? Like a 40-yard dash on ice?
No,
no.
I don't even know if
They
See
have
how
a, they have a
fast-
combine.
they have a combine,
Okay.
Yeah,
but it's
but
like a
it's-
lot of the same
They should
stuff.
It's
do
a lot
that.
of more. It's more like explosive stamina.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
as much as the endurance.
I get you. I mean,
Or they
speaking-
do have the endurance bike.
Yeah.
But
and they also
yeah.
do have lifting.
Yeah,
They do
yeah,
have
exactly.
that, yeah.
So
And with those kind of bigger old linemen, they were running fast this year. Lots of sub 5.40 times, a lot of 4.9s, which you don't often see out of a lineman. It's always like 5, 5.1, 5.2.
We'll get to one of them.
We'll get to one. You got one? All right.
Yes, he does.
J.J. McCarthy may have solidified himself as a first-round prospect, quarterback from Michigan, national champion.
I'm going to disagree with you.
You don't think so?
No, he kind of struggled a lot with the passing drills, from what I saw. He did struggle a bit with
Fair
them.
to say.
He
Fair to say.
excelled at the running one, really the handoff and all that stuff, and like moving around and all
He
that stuff.
may
But
need to be like in a Jordan Love situation where he
yes,
sits.
where he sits for a couple and just
Yeah.
kind of gets some extra experience.
And then
because
in the
from what I
future,
saw, man, he really just didn't
franchise
have
guy.
it. Yeah.
How
Why
about
not?
Joe Milton, quarterback from Tennessee?
Yeah,
oh
that
my
guy
God,
could
he was
throw.
chucking it around. I mocked him to the Packers in the draft I did, like 6th, 7th round. He's not going to be there.
No.
He's going to be gone
No,
in
no,
like
no,
the
no.
4th, 3rd round. We'll see.
Absolutely.
And Isaac Guerendo from Louisville, running back, had a stellar combine.
Former Badger, Isaac
Former Badger,
Guerendo.
That's correct. And I wanted to bring him up because looking at the free agency side for the Packers, they may be in the running back market because the report came out. A.J. Dillon is not expected to return to the Packers this season or in the future, which sucks. He loves Wisconsin, loves Door County. Have you been to Door County? Mm-mm. Oh, we got to
should
take
go.
Alex to
You
Door
got-
County.
gotta go.
You got to go to Door County. You
What are you
have
doing
to.
this
I'm
summer?
sorry.
I'll be here.
Take the boys, take the team to Door
Absolutely.
County, go to Cave
Road
Point,
trip.
jump off the cliff, into the ocean. You can swim, not the ocean, the lake.
Lake Michigan.
No, it's so much fun, and it's a lot of good food, sunsets, entertainment. Go check out Door County. Alex.
I will have to check that out.
Heck yeah, man. And then furthermore, on the running back position, Aaron Jones' agent met with the Packers at the combine to renegotiate his current deal to try to lower his cap hit.
Good.
And they said if they don't make an agreement, they could cut him.
You can't cut Aaron Jones.
If there's one person who needs to stay a Packer
it
for
is
life, it's
Aaron
guy needs to
Jones
be on the team.
For, I'm out of words. I can't even express
No,
my
I know.
frustration
And-
at that
and
sentence.
I don't even care to lower his cap hit if you have to add years to his contract. Do it. I think the guy can still play. You have to pair him with a young rookie, hopefully, Braylon Allen. That you can have a consistent backfield, and maybe you go out and sign a veteran. I don't care, but Aaron Jones is such a leader for this team. You got to keep him around. So hopefully they find an agreement. Some more announcements around the league. Mike Evans re-signed with the Buccaneers after the report was he's going to test free agency. So you can never really trust these things like, oh, A.J. Dillon's not coming back. Mike Evans wasn't supposed to come back, and he just did. Jason Kelsey officially announces his retirement. All-pro center of
I'm
the
sad.
NFL. You should. I mean, yeah, he's a great character,
sad.
great player. His brother will continue to eat things up as a tight end for the Chiefs. And lastly, L'Jarius Sneed, quarterback for the Chiefs, took their franchise tag, so he'll probably stay with the
Took the franchise tag,
Chiefs.
really?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he signed it yet, but they did assign it to him.
How does
So
the franchise tag work, by the way? I never
franchise
understood it.
tag pretty much is you are signed one more year with the team, kind of forcefully, and your salary is very high, though, for 1 year.
Okay,
And it's
okay.
based on, I don't know if it's market value for what you would get if you were to sign a big contract in the free agent market for 1 year. That's what they give you. It depends the kind of player you are, the position. So it's around $15 million usually if you sign a 1 year franchise tag. And players don't have to sign it. So you see a lot of players who hold out and don't sign the franchise tag and then sign some other deal usually with some more years on it. So, but post-combine, guys, let's talk about some players we'd like to see on the Packers. I would like to start with Max Melton, brother of Bo Melton, Packers receiver. He is a cornerback playing from Rutgers. And he graded out in the 9s for his RAS score, so he's very athletic. He fits the build of a Packers corner, and obviously those connections to the team with Bo Melton. He I think was like saying it's iron sharpens iron. As was they were kids playing with each other in little league stuff like that. So having both those guys on the team would be super cool. He was seen as like a 3rd-round prospect, but with how good his combine went, he very well could be in the 2nd round. But the Packers have a lot of picks in those rounds, so we'll have to see what they do. Brody, who do you got?
Tanner Bortolini,
Offensive lineman?
Center from Wisconsin. Quick 40 time for an offensive lineman, 4.94. That's one of the guys we were talking about that had a really quick, he has sub-5 40-yard dash, which is awesome.
And an insane mullet.
That's true.
Awesome haircut.
He is from Kewaunee, Wisconsin, which is also in Door County, so definitely check that out. Fun fact, he played my high school in basketball. I saw that guy play basketball.
That's awesome.
He was a big guy in high school. He had a solid season for the Badgers and would love to see him back in Wisconsin. But this past season, we did see Josh Myers struggle at times with the Packers, so maybe they pick up a backup center or just a reliable center maybe to fill out that role. So hopefully I can see Tanner Bortolini back in Wisconsin. That'd be awesome. That's my pick.
Yes, sir. Liam, do you have one?
I do. And originally it was Cooper DeJean, but Brody informed me that he did not participate in the combine.
Broke his leg,
did
so
have
he
a
couldn't
broken femur.
participate.
I want to at least mention him. He did
Yeah.
express interest in coming to play with Lucas Van Ness again.
From Iowa,
Yes.
defensiveman for the Packers. So, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
So officially, my pick is Braylon Allen,
Oh, I like
running
it.
back from Wisconsin.
From
Obviously-
Fond du Lac.
From Fond du
I
Lac.
like it.
Obviously, the Green Bay Packers are going to supposedly be in the running back market very soon. He had a really good combine. It's expressed interest in staying in Wisconsin. Maybe that was, I don't know if that was like full on, I'm going to play for the Packers, or full
Right.
on, it would be cool to kind of not have to move too far from home and stuff like that.
Right.
He had 26 reps on the bench press. I think that was the 2nd among running backs. He's only 20 years old.
He's a young man.
Super young.
He is super young.
Last stud the Packers picked, I think, that was 20 years old, was Kenny Clark.
Yes.
Still with the team. He's still like 28, and he's a veteran.
He's a veteran.
Alex, I wanted to talk about this. It's dumb. But we talked about mullet, having a mullet. You got a nice flow. Would you ever have a mullet, or have you had a mullet?
I've never had a mullet, and I don't know if I would.
Let's make a bet. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so I usually cut my hair right after the season.
Yeah.
Like, and it's usually pretty short. So,
I hear you.
And then I'll let it grow up back out for the rest of the year, and then cut it after again.
I like it, man. I like it.
I got one question.
All right, go ahead, Brody.
Who has the best head of lettuce on the team?
You did not just use the term head of lettuce.
That's a good term.
Romatario's got nice.
He's got a nice
hair.
beard, too.
Yeah, he does.
Going with it.
Harrison Stewart, Gonrowski. Yeah, I mean,
Where it's all
the-
defensemen.
yeah. It's the D4, you know? We're going to support each other.
Absolutely.
So, no, I mean, those are 3 good picks, honestly. So, I wouldn't.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Ryan McGuire.
Mags
that
has some. His hair is fire colored.
That guy.
That is some
Fire hair in two
crazy
ways.
hair. Yeah, I mean, we have quite a few guys with some really good hair.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah, man.
good hair team.
Heck yeah, man. I couldn't agree more. Brody, let's take things over to the MLB side. Give us some updates.
Brewers are off to a 3-6 start. They lost against the Reds, Cubs, Angels, Rangers, and Dodgers. Have struggled with run support at times, but have had some strong points. Eric Hayes with a decent game. He's trying to compete with William Contreras and Jefferson Caro at catcher. Jacob Mizorowski looked fantastic, but thanks to Bally Sports for not letting me see it because their broadcast kind of cut out and like their audio was garbage.
They were going bankrupt.
They still are.
There still are, but they
Why
were
does it have to be such a slow death? Let's just move on.
exactly. Sal Frelick had a couple solid games, and Jefferson Caro had a nice home run against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Thank you, Lord,
on
for Sal Frelick.
on Sunday. They're currently 5th to last in the Cactus League, which means nothing, but that's just where they are.
Yeah.
Matt Chapman, he signed with the Dodgers, 3 years for $54 million, opt-outs at their first and second year. He's a fantastic defensive third baseman, has won 4 Gold Gloves and 2 Platinum Gloves in his
You say the Dodgers?
Giants. He's been a solid batter at times. He slashed 384 in April for the Blue Jays, but flattened a 240 on the season. But the Giants kind of locked up their third baseman of the future.
384?
Yeah, he had a good April last year, so he'll look solid hopefully there as they kind of look to find more guys. Zach Wheeler, he agreed to a 3-year extension with the Phillies worth $126 million.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where baseball gets its money.
You ask me
For
that.
players?
I mean,
Don't they? Because they're allowed to send money as well. Like
I
as
guess
capital.
because like they'll sign their players like $100 million deals, but in terms of like TV revenue, it's not comparable to like the NFL.
Well, I also think they get a lot of support from their cities, right?
that's a lot of it too.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Zach Wheeler finished 6th in the Cy Young voting last season. He won a Gold Glove last season as a pitcher. Finished runner-up in Cy Young voting in 2021 behind Corbin Burns. He kind of got there because he pitched a lot of innings. I don't know, maybe I'm biased towards Corbin Burns at that point. Phillies look to be contenders again this season. They made the NLCS last year, lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks, and then made the World Series 2 years ago when they lost to the Astros, which sucks. But the Rangers looking solid at 6-3. Alex Proctor's favorite team, the Rangers, as he's wearing a Nashville Sounds hat. I love that. Brewers minor league affiliate. They're currently tied third in the Cactus League with the Angels. The first-round pick, Wyatt Langford, looking pretty solid so far. Could move up to the majors soon. That guy was in college last season, and believe he took, I forget which college. I want to say Wake Forest, like very far. So hopefully he breaks out. They did beat the White Sox 14-1 on Saturday.
Jesus.
I just tuned into that score. I was like, wow, that's a lot. And they're looking to repeat for the World Series, hopefully. So hopefully maybe something happens with them. I don't mind the Rangers so much, so good on them. Josh Donaldson just hung up the cleats after 13 seasons of playing. He played for the Athletics, Blue Jays, formerly known as the Indians, Braves, Twins, Yankees, and last but not least, your Milwaukee Brewers. I saw that guy play in person. It was awesome.
What a career, man.
Bring him back, just for fun.
Just for fun. And then lastly, the Orioles looking really solid so far in spring training. They're 9-1, first in the Grapefruit League, which is the Florida League. Corbin Burns has had ups and downs with the new team, but still pretty solid pitcher, obviously. They have a lot of young studs. Jackson Holliday, Heston Kjerstad, Adley Rutschman, Colby Mayo. I could keep listing them. They keep bringing up more guys, and they
are what the Brewers were last year.
Pretty much, and could be potentially soon with all the young players that the Brewers have. They're looking to be atop the AL East again after they finished first last year with 103 wins.
Nice work, Brody. I mean, who's naming these leagues? Grapefruit League, Cactus League.
I think
Honestly, it makes sense. Yeah.
That's because
they're very creative.
well, Florida's citrus.
It's like more like
so
it makes sense.
so
it's just
they
like
just picked grapefruit, I guess, in
Why not
Arizona.
orange?
yeah.
That's a good
Isn't
question.
it like the state of the orange?
I
or
don't-
something?
You know,
I don't
if I
ask
was in
these
charge
questions.
of naming these leagues, man, there wouldn't be any guys
We
starting
should have a video where we
discourse about
change
it.
all of this. Also, I don't know where this is going to fit into a short, but I had to mention this. If you want to see Evan Junker on this show with Alex Proctor and Tyler German all at once, drop a like. NBA update time.
Smooth, buddy, smooth.
I want to hurt you.
NBA update time. Now this is a happy one. The Bucks are now up to second in the Eastern Conference, and on a 5-game win streak, they're up to 40-21, and they just beat the Bulls 113-97. Giannis led with a whopping 46 points, and there really was no one else close behind. It's kind of a community approach for points in terms of that, and they play the Warriors, Lakers, and Clippers in the next 3 games. You guys were calling for some defense all season in their lull of the year. The Bucks have the 6th best defense in the NBA since Doc Rivers became the head coach.
So maybe you just took a little bit of time of him just being
Maybe
like,
he was just like, I'm Doc Rivers, and then he was like, all right, actually, no, I'm a good coach.
Till the playoffs.
till the
It's
playoffs.
okay, all right. Now, we'll
Yeah,
see.
Brody.
But no, I mean, that's a whopping improvement. 6th best, sorry, he left you hanging there, Liam. The 6th best defense in the
didn't see
league, that's insane.
Crying
Happy
about
to see them improve with Doc Rivers as head coach. There's the high. Did you get that, Keaton? Did you see the high five? I can't see Keaton.
Keaton Cam?
Turn the Keaton cam on.
Thumbs up. You got it.
Alex, do
Nice.
you want
wanna
a
just keep
Keaton
going?
cam?
We need Keaton Cam.
Oh, do you want to do it? You want us to do it again? Okay.
Boom.
There we go. All right, cool.
I think we just shouldn't talk until he turns the Keaton cam on.
Yeah. Hey, Keaton, turn the Keaton cam on.
Do it.
It's not working, guys.
He put his thumb down?
No, he's just staring stoically.
Oh, no.
He's just staring.
Alex wants it so bad, though.
I was promised a Keaton cam.
Oh, he was promised.
crying
He was promised.
We'll get it one day. One day,
One of these
boys.
days.
All right, that is your NBA update. Liam, the NHL.
The Canucks have fallen from their throne.
did.
Yes. the
Oh,
Florida,
no.
Oh, no. Shoot. The Florida Panthers have edged them out. They are now sitting atop the NHL. I know. It sucks. It's really bad.
Really? I hate
Yes. The Panthers, man. The dark horse. They're there. They're here to stay.
Yeah.
The Knights continue to lose games against teams they should beat, including the Buffalo Sabres. They lost 7-3 the same night I watched Alex Proctor backstop the Pointers to a WIAC championship.
That's awkward for you, Liam.
I was literally dying inside the whole time.
So it was, you were saying it was a night of high highs and low lows.
Very low lows.
Yeah.
Maple Leafs beat the Rangers in a shootout.
I want to also mention they played the Arizona Coyotes last Thursday. They had not won a home game against the Coyotes in regulation since October 17th, 2002. I wasn't even born yet.
Is that a real stat?
That's a real stat. I'm not kidding
Did you know that?
I'm not kidding you. I saw it that day. I'm like, there's no way this is true. And sure enough, they won that game. So
Huh. Well, good
Go
job.
Leafs!
Good job. Oilers on a 4-game win streak.
Liam, I can't help but notice that the Oilers are the second place in the Pacific Division.
Anyways,
right on top of
moving
the
on.
Golden
They're
Knights.
Shut up.
With
They're on a
37
4-game
wins
win
and 20
streak.
losses.
They're just
33
kind of
wins.
they're there. They're there, I guess. They're on a 4-game win streak. That's all I care to talk about the Oilers.
Better than the Knights.
he's going to jump over that table.
No, Alex will protect me, no.
No, he won't. No, he won't. And you know he won't.
What?
The Avalanche lose to the Nashville Predators in convincing fashion. They're looking to rebound again tonight against the last place of Blackhawks today. Shout out Keaton Waala's favorite team. He's dead inside. Nashville is on an 8-game win streak.
Yep.
Fourth in
Yeah.
the Central Division?
Yeah.
I would like to say on Saturday when we won 5-1 against Eau Claire, UC Saros moved it up to Tommy Novak, got a primary assist as well.
You're kidding.
And they won by the same score.
That guy's UC Saros.
So yeah,
Same
it's UC
score.
Saros, yeah.
Yep.
That's another insane connection.
Yep.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
So goalie primary assist, 2, one night.
Look at this guy.
That's what I like to see.
Sports
Should get a
knowledge.
goalie goal now.
I'm going.
All right.
I made a promise to our former athletic trainer. I will score in a Pointer jersey.
I can't wait.
Okay.
I can't wait.
I
I'm
can't
all
wait
for
either.
it,
folks. I can't
Absolutely.
wait.
Now, fellas, I have a little bit of a funny story.
Here we go.
Last week, about 5 days ago or so, the Philadelphia Flyers put out a post on social media saying, "Bring the electricity tonight," because they were playing a home game against Tampa Bay.
I'll do it.
Lightning.
I'll do it.
6 minutes into that game, all the lights went out. Every one of them, all the lights went out. So, and then they put out a thing going, "Our
Sorry,
bad."
guys.
Yeah. So then they got most of the lights back, and the cameras were still on.
Yeah.
But it was dark, so you know what?
That's
They
crazy.
played good old 70s, 80s hockey, where it was just kind of dark and you could see all the shadows and stuff like that. They
Oh my
kept,
gosh.
They kept the score via paper. They kept penalties via paper.
That is awesome.
The refs had no idea because the clocks in their rooms weren't working, so they were laid
That's
onto the ice.
awesome.
Yep. That is good old 70s, 80s
Do you
hockey.
think they brought too much electricity or not enough?
Not enough.
Not
Clearly.
enough.
I know
Clearly,
that power
Frankie.
surge
Clearly.
or something
No.
because too much.
Didn't they win?
Yeah, and because Vasilevsky had one of the worst games of his entire career.
Oh, no. Tampa losing? What a shame. Oh, shocks.
Moving on to NCAA hockey.
Let's do it.
Badgers lost to Michigan State in the regular season on Friday, so they lost their regular season championship
By one game.
by one game. If they won, and they would have won it because they won on Saturday 4-1. Frankie actually texted me and he's like, "What does this mean?"
I said,
What does this
Liam,
mean?"
they won.
And I'm like, "Yeah, no, they got 5-2, Frank, 5-2."
And you saw that game.
I
live.
watched that game happen.
Live.
Yeah, so somewhere in section 107, there are a couple tiers.
still
from
there.
that one. They will play Ohio State this weekend. It's a best-of-3 series, the Big Ten tournament. They also have a kind of weird format, better than the WIAC, but it's best-of-3, and then it moves into just one.
What?
So they only play the first round best-of-3, and the rest of them
Yeah.
are just single-game eliminations.
Do you wish that the WIAC did best of three?
all the way up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
I would-
hockey, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. That'd be really cool.
No mini game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
yeah.
an
best-
actual
best,
full
yeah,
game.
best
Yeah.
of 3. Let's do
Yeah.
best of 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Thanks, Liam. That was a fantastic hockey update. We're just about finished up with the show, but I feel like we know, Alex, we know like all your favorite teams, but I don't know if you caught the NBA favorite.
Dallas Mavericks. He said
You
that
said
last
We
week.
did get that because you
Pay attention, Frankie.
talked about that
Yeah,
one
Frank,
dude.
he's a guest on your
Oh,
show.
Corey Brewer.
Corey Brewer.
Yeah.
Corey Brewer, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a guest on your show, and you don't even know all of his favorite teams.
I don't even know his name. What do you do here?
Yeah, but I actually, my dad corrected me. Don't think he played in the G League. He played in
Lopez?
he played in the summer 3-on-3.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
the one that like went on tour and stuff.
Didn't
Oh,
you
yeah.
met Alex's parents the other night?
I did. I was walking home, and
Yeah.
this car screams around the corner, slams on the brakes,
Searching for you.
like blares the horn, and I'm like, okay, this is one of my friends. All right, this
Yeah.
is some of my friends. I'm gonna say hi, and then the windows roll down, and it's Alex in the backseat. He's like, "Hi, Liam." And I'm like, "Oh crap!" And so I met his parents. Very nice
Yep.
people, by the way.
Yep.
Very
He
nice
had
people.
Big Wisconsin Badgers jersey on.
That's
Yep.
Liam.
That's
Yeah.
Liam.
Beanie. Yeah,
Long hair.
couldn't miss it.
Couldn't miss
miss
him.
Can't miss the
Standing
guy.
on the corner.
Yeah, and holding up traffic. By the way, you had like 8 box trucks behind you trying to
Yes,
get through.
there was a FedEx truck that was clearly eager
Yeah,
to
he was ready
get
to
going.
go. But
Yeah,
it was a very nice experience. I'm glad to have met your
No,
parents.
and
They
a
were very
huge
people.
thank you to your family and to your parents for being huge supporters of the show, watching our broadcast. We really do appreciate it. And Alex, thank you again for joining us here on the show. We love you. Alex
Thank you,
Proctor, everybody. That's going to do it for this week. My name's Frankie Breit, Liam Statz, Brody Kupsky. Good luck against Adrian, man. We can't wait to see what happens. And if we're back here at the KB Bullet, you'll see us on the commentary. We'll have a stream here for you on the SportsPoint Pointer Studios YouTube channel. And stay tuned for that giveaway coming up. Again, my name's Frankie Breit. Thanks so much for joining us here on SportsPoint. We will see you next week.